Yes, so people, welcome back to AFTV. It's now time to predict the 11 that's going to play against Atalanta here on Thursday night. Now, I'll be honest with you all, I have no clue. And we don't know who Arteta's going to go with, but I'm going to enjoy this video by listening to both of you. And we're going to come to a decision on who we think is going to start. And in the comments below, let us know your thoughts on this as well. As you can see behind us, we're in front of the nice side of the stadium. This is the renovation side. They've been renovating all year.
Was that the nice side?
Yeah, I think that was the nice side. No?
Nicer.
Nicer. It showed us where we were.
Yeah,
what's it called?
A sign.
What's it called? The stadium?
The Gevis Stadium, or as you said, the G Wiz Stadium.
That's what you said before we started filming because you wanted to trick me. But anyway, yes, we're going to get into predicting 11. Let's get straight into this. In goal.
For me, Raya in goal. It's an easy one. There's no arguments on that one this season, is there?
Nice. Obviously, I just want to mention as well before we go into the players that are going to be fielded. People that trained this morning, we saw Bukayo Saka out there training. We saw Calafiori. I've seen this in the training videos and the photos. Calafiori, Saka, and I think that's the main. And obviously, Declan Rice will probably be back because he's available for this game. Right back. Are you making a change? The back line, I feel like.
I'm making a couple.
Couple changes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's start with.
I'm going to go
right back.
Right back. I'm going to go with Ben White.
Fair.
Yeah,
Everyone agree with that?
Yep, definitely.
Centre back pair and Saliba and Gabriel or not?
No, I'm going to play Saliba.
Yep.
But I'm leaving out Gabriel for this one because on the reason of that he was over in Brazil travelling for those two games, playing those games. I just feel like he's the aggressive one of the two, and I just felt that maybe that.
That's Champions League theme
that's
music.
Not a song that Tottenham fans hear. No. So I just think that.
They're doing sound checks?
Yeah. So I just think that maybe like just a little bit of rotation.
So off the back of him being the hero really in the North London derby, you think Arteta's going to then? I know it's not dropping, but he might be seen as dropping, but it shouldn't be. It should be rotation. But do you think even after that game against Spurs, he's the one to be rested?
Yeah, because I'm looking at I've got. Well, no, it's not the right thing to say, but I've got one eye on Sunday.
Yeah, you can say that.
It's
a massive game.
I feel that if you're not going, if you're not going to rotate, when are you going to rotate? Now I know you're going to say like Bolton in a week's time, but there's still like after Bolton, you've still got 5 or 6 real tough games coming up after that, plus more internationals where he's going to have to go to Brazil and play and all that. They're not going to rest him.
Yeah, but Saliba surely he's going to be.
Yeah, but he's not. Yeah, but then there'll be a game and there'll be a time when Saliba has to go out of it. It may be the next Champions League game.
Okay.
He'll be rested like.
So who comes in for Gabriel, Lee, for you?
I'm gonna say Calafiori.
Calafiori at left centre back. Now, where your face is a little bit screwed up there, why do you agree?
No, because I know.
Yeah, I'm quite confused. You put Calafiori there instead of.
Yeah, I know, because I'm only going to make the one change in there. I've changed.
You've
changed your mind.
Changed his mind.
All right, I understood your reasons for why you'd want to not drop him, but rotate. But for me, that centre-half position is the position we least have to worry about because of the amount of distance that they cover. Although they are aggressive, it's a position that you don't exert yourself as much, or you exert yourself in a different 100%.
way. So we're likely to see a lot of the ball, which you mentioned before, in their possession stats. So
exactly, and for me, I like the pairing. And even though we have got 3 games in a week, or going to have 3 games in a week, and I do agree with you, the Man City game for me is more important because Man City are a better team. I think you can keep that pairing, and if you do need to rest them, absolutely rest them against Bolton, and there's easier games to rest because it still is the Champions League.
It'd be devastating though if one of them does go down though.
Yeah, so but they can go down in training. If I can just finish off.
Go on.
He didn't look like, with other positions on the field, which we'll come to, they looked like they were fatiguing. For me, Gabriel did not look like he was fatigued in any way, so he didn't look like he needed a rest. And I get that, and it's not that you're looking to rotate because you're worried about injuries. Injuries can happen, as Julian says. I just think it's just keep one of them fresh.
Yeah.
For Sunday.
Okay, I'm gonna more side to Julian. I think I'll keep the centre back pairing because if it does seem like they get tired of looking fatigued, you can rotate. I think you start with your strongest centre back pairing just to start the game because it's a game that doesn't matter regardless. But then left back, you're saying you've changed your mind. But left back, do you bring in a Calafiori over Timber? Remember, Calafiori has experience in this league. Same with actually Kivior as well. Actually, so do do you leave Kivior out then completely? Or do you bring in Calafiori to left back? Is that what you're saying?
I'd bring Calafiori to left back as long as he's fit enough for a number of different reasons, primarily because of Timber and the fact that he has played, he played 90 minutes, he played 90 minutes well, and having had the same injury that he's had, you don't want to overdo it. So I'd bring in Calafiori, and also Calafiori, as you said, has had experience this league. When he's played, he's looked the part, and he understands his football. And he'll probably know Atalanta a lot better than any of the other players.
I think it goes under the radar how aggressive he is as well. I think if you saw in the Aston Villa game when he was winding up Emi Martinez as well, he's up. I know Timber is as well, very much up for the battle, up for the fight. Calafiori has those elements as well, which I think you're going to need as well, that physicality. Are you happy with the back line that we've selected?
Yeah. Like, the only thing I'd say about Calafiori is what I would like to see him. I'd like to see him play at central defence.
Okay.
Because that's his position. But he can play left back as well. And if Mikel was to play Calafiori at left back and Kivior at central defence, I wouldn't be against it. But I see what you're saying, like Gabriel and Saliba.
You don't want to make too many changes.
And I feel I'll go along with that. Like, if you are going to make changes and going to rotate, it'll probably be like more in other areas. So for me, I get it, but I do want them rested, and also if this is the case, I don't want to see them against Bolton.
Don't want to see them against Bolton. All right, let's decide our midfield three, lads, because this is where it gets a little bit more tricky. Obviously, Mikel Merino definitely not available because of obviously his shoulder injury. Odegaard, I believe, hasn't trained either. The ankle injury is still hurting him. So we are left quite bare and thin. Declan Rice has returned. Do you give him a 90? Do you start him because he's missed a game? He obviously played for England as well, so he seems like he's ready. But or do you want to save him to be fully fit for City? Declan Rice, is he going for this game?
100%.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's not
played a full 90 for you.
He's not injured.
Yeah, he's not.
He was suspended, so he's had his rest.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
So you go straight in, Declan Rice in there. Okay, then the people in front of him as well. Then is it a?
Do a player?
What do you put Jorginho on the base?
Jorginho comes in there. Jorginho and Declan Rice will be my two sort of like
defensive midfielders
for this game.
Okay. Are we happy with that?
I'm absolutely happy with that.
The man in front,
Trossard, like it was on Sunday.
Don't feel to give Nwaneri too much of a risk to put him into.
I'd love to see him play, but I still think easing him in like maybe like 20-25 minutes of this game, and then Bolton 90 minutes. See if not 90 minutes, 70 minutes. I don't know if he can do 90 yet, but I like Nwaneri. If you're going to give him a go, give him a go. But Trossard not on international football. Martinelli not on international football. And I was quite happy with the way it went on Sunday with Trossard. And at the end of it, I think Trossard might have to play this position for quite a few weeks. So I'd rather see what he can, if he continues to get better at it. So I'd give him another go in there.
Yeah, because what you're saying there, Lee, then you're saying that midfield three is kind of what you want to see at City as well.
No.
Whoa.
Thomas Partey comes back in then.
Yeah.
For Jorginho.
Okay, I'm starting to understand.
He's getting his rest for this game, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I mean, what I don't understand on that is that last week you wanted to see Nwaneri start against Tottenham, and he didn't, which is fine. But when he came on, for me, I was really impressed with him. He only played, he only played 5-10 minutes, but he
didn't play in the midfield though.
He looked the part.
Would you play one year?
I would.
And leave out Trossard?
I would for this game.
Ooh.
I would.
Leave out Trossard?
Because I've seen enough of him in pre-season.
I agree with that as well.
And also a couple of little appearances last season. But also what really impressed me more than anything about him was how he came on Sunday and how cool he looked. Because you're talking about, it's Champions League and can he handle it?
Yeah,
if he can handle coming in 1-0 against Tottenham, and how cool that guy was. He looked like he'd played for years.
Yeah, but he wasn't playing in the midfield.
I get that, and I would have listen. I think there was a decision to be made, right? And the manager decided to go with Trossard in that role.
Yeah.
And the thing is with Trossard, you've gone with that. So I'm thinking, well, you don't need to be rested because one, you weren't on international duty. You didn't start a couple of games. So if you've gone with him. Then keep with him. That's the only reason. So even though I'm a big Nwaneri fan.
Yeah, so am I. I'm going to go with Lee's midfielder. I think Arteta's going to go with that as well. I think You're right, he came on and looked comfortable in Nwaneri, but I think we'll see a lot of him in the game, just not to
looked
start.
Comfortable every time
He
we've
has,
seen him play.
he has, but I don't think
more than comfortable.
I don't think Arteta's going to start with him. Plus, it's a midfield position. It's not like he's playing up front, which he played against in the North London derby instead of playing out on the wing.
Also, it'd be good for him to start against Bolton, see what goes on there.
Yeah, and then
It's not the same as a Champions League.
Not the same.
It almost says you are a reserve.
well, he'll get the experience. He'll
Yeah.
come on. He'll come on. He'll have minutes.
I think he is at the moment, Julian. But like, by the end of the season, I think he would
Cemented his spot,
Not
yeah.
lots of minutes, but I think he's got a very good chance of getting in.
But at the moment, with the injuries we've got in positions that he can play, he's got a chance not to be a reserve. That we might want to be thinking of resting him against Bolton. Imagine if he comes here and he plays how we think he can play, and he cements his place in that team.
He can do that in the minutes that he gets from Thursday night's game. Let's go into the front three. We've got the midfield. It's Jorginho, Declan Rice, and Trossard. Front three, lads. Let's argue out. The Saka, a man who seemed like he came off injured, but he did train. Do you start him? Do you give him any minutes in this game?
No.
Well, it's not a case
Well,
of
not any minutes.
you don't start him.
Don't start.
You don't start him.
So you both agree you don't start him.
Sterling
Yeah,
for me.
Sterling
On the right.
Sterling on the right for me.
Okay, Sterling starts on the right. Yep. On the left, Martinelli.
Martinelli.
And we're putting
Jesus for me.
Yeah.
no. That's a lot. You said don't do too many changes. That
That's
does
not many.
It's
4.
not. But also, you're not bringing in players that you're plucking out new to. You're bringing in Jesus,
Quality,
who you
yeah.
could argue would be a first 11 player anyway.
Okay.
I mean, he's not that far down the pecking order. He's
Yeah.
come back from injury, and if
And
he
when
has
these
a run,
guys are going to start?
yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? You make a good point.
We've had 3 games. We've had 3 games in 8 days.
Yeah, and if you can't step up now, I suppose when can you? I suppose these are the moments that you got good enough players. Like you mentioned, they're not youth players, they're not young players. They are quality
The
players
only
in the
youth player
squad.
we're talking about is far better than the
average.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly that.
player,
Okay, so I like that. Jesus in the 9. You've got Martinelli on the left. You've got Raheem Sterling out on the right. In the midfield, 3. You've got Declan Rice, Jorginho, and Trossard. And the back line is Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, and Calafiori with Raya in goal. To be fair, a very strong side, a strong enough side to definitely get the job done come Thursday night. Let us know if you agree with the selection. I actually believe Arteta's probably going to go with that. I think we're not going to be too far off. So well done to you boys for giving me clarity on what we think we're going to see on Thursday. Like the video if you like the video. And let's hope Arsenal can go on and get a win here in their first Champions League game against Atalanta at the
Gevis or the G Wiz Stadium.
Stadium. Take care, people. I'll see you soon. Peace.